Hello, everybody. It's great to see you again. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to Science with Miss Marcie. First of all, butterfly update. All 5 of the chrysalises opened up, and 5 beautiful painted lady butterflies emerged. And I even caught one of them actually emerging from its chrysalis on video. So exciting. So there are 3 different videos that I was able to take of some of the butterflies in their habitat, and then the one emerging from the chrysalis, and then my daughter Aubrey helping me to get them out of the habitat and let them go free in the world outside. And those videos are going to be put together by some lovely folks at the JCC, and somehow they'll be released so you can see them. But it was very exciting, and now there's 5 butterflies out in the world flying around, pollinating different plants and spreading beauty and flowers throughout our springtime, even though it's a little bit cold today. So I have another experiment for today. Today we're going to make our own version of the 70s favorite, a lava lamp. This is a cool lamp that I got for my kids for Valentine's Day. You can see this one's pretty glittery, and it's not as bubbly as the one that we're going to make. We're going to make our own version. Ours isn't going to light up, but it's still going to be pretty neat. And maybe you can even use like a flashlight or a little night light or something to help yours light up. So for your lava lamp science experiment, you're going to need some sort of container to create your lamp in. I just used an empty water bottle. That's all that you'll need. Okay? And then a few fun household items that you should have. You're going to need this is a funnel. This will help us. It's a great tool to help us put liquids into the bottle, right? It has a big wide open mouth, and then it tapers down to this little spout so that we can fit things in the small hole of the bottle. Otherwise, if we tried to pour, for example, this is the vegetable oil that we're going to use. If we tried to pour it from a small spout or even a larger spout into this tiny spout, we would probably get some spills. But with a funnel, it helps us do it in a neat and careful way. And then we have the right amount that we need for our experiment. So yes, you do need a type of vegetable oil. And then after that, all you need is some water and some food coloring, of course. I even went and got some sparkles, some glitter, which we can add in just for fun, okay? So to start, I'm just gonna take a glass, and I'm gonna put in half a cup of water, just regular plain water from the sink, half a cup. And then I'm gonna pick the food coloring of the lamp. I want my lamp, I think, to be blue. How's that sound? So I'm gonna add just a few drops of food coloring, being careful not to stain my fingers. I'm gonna add it into the water, and I think I'm going to get a spoon. I'm back, just went to get a spoon, and just stir the food coloring into the water. Okay, so you notice all the water turns blue. Why does that happen? That happens because the food coloring dissolves into the water. The food coloring is what we call water soluble. When you put it in water, it will dissolve. Okay? All right, that was our first step. The next step is we are going to need some other special ingredient, and this is called AlkaSeltzer. Okay, this is actually used, it's a medicine, so it's only used by adults who would give it to you if you needed it. It's used when people have tummy aches. They dissolve it in water and they drink it, and it makes them feel better. But again, because this is an adult medication, only grown-ups can touch it and be with you while you use it, okay? Never touch it on your own. We're gonna take the AlkaSeltzer, and it comes in these little tablets, and we're gonna break the tablets into a couple pieces. So I'm gonna break it into 3 pieces. There's 2 tablets in each package, and now I'm gonna break them each into 1, 2, 3 pieces. So I have 3 plus 3 more. I have 6 pieces of AlkaSeltzer right here. Okay, I'm gonna put those down for now while I move on to my next ingredient. My next ingredient is going to be the vegetable oil. And for this, I'm going to need about 3/4 of a cup. Oops, sorry, my video camera fell down. Okay, so I'm going to put my funnel in to my bottle, and I'm going to measure 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil into this bottle. So I've got 1/4 of a cup here, and then 1/2 cup, and together that will be 3/4 of a cup. So here it goes. I'm going to pour my first 1/2 cup into its measuring cup, and then I'm dripping a little bit. Going to pour that in the funnel, and you'll see how it'll go all the way down into the bottle. Perfect. Like to clean up as I go along, put that in the sink. And now I will get my next 1/4 of a cup. There I am. And I'm gonna pour that into the bottle as well, right through the funnel. Perfect. So you see our bottle is filled up, not all the way, but pretty good amount of the way, right? And now I'll put away my oil. Okay, so I did add a little extra oil to mine because I do have a little bit of a larger cup than the actual experiment was shown with. So depending on what you put this in, if you don't put it in a bottle, if you just use a drinking cup, you'll just have to kind of approximate the levels that you'll need. You do not want to overflow it, but you do want to get it near the top. All right, so I've got my water. I also added a little extra water. And oh, wait a second. I need to make sure I add my sparkles in. That'll be fun. My sparkles will not dissolve into my water. They are sitting flat on the top of it. Let's see if you can see that. Sure. There they are, right? They are not water soluble, but I will mix them up in there just a little bit. Nope, they're not even gonna mix. Well, hopefully they'll look fun in our experiment, but they are just sitting right on the top of the water, floating right on top. Okay, so now the next step, and you might want to do this on a tray. You may, if in case you have a little bit of an overflow, sometimes a tray makes for some easier cleanup. But now I'm going to take our funnel and I'm going to add our water almost up to the top, but not too far, into our, there we go. I may have added a little bit too much, we'll see. Woo, I'm already noticing some cool stuff. First of all, very happy I added my sparkly glitter because you can see it in there. And you may notice the colors. What do you notice here? I see the dark blue water on the bottom. I see that yellow oil on the top. That's so interesting. I wonder what's happening. The water's at the bottom, the oil's at the top, and then this is actually pretty cool. Right in the middle, you see almost like a light blue or greenish color where the yellow water is mixing with the yellow oil is mixing with the blue water and creating a little greenish layer in there. That's pretty cool. Now, as you notice, the water and the oil do not mix. Water and oil do not mix at all. The water is heavier, it's denser, and it sinks to the bottom of the cup. The oil is lighter, and it floats up on the top of the cup. It is less dense, and they do not mix together. Now, remember that extra ingredient I was talking about, the AlkaSeltzer, right? I'm a little afraid I might have an explosion here, so I'm going to get my paper towels handy. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to put in the AlkaSeltzer, and we're going to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to take one piece of a tablet at a time and drop it in, and we will see if we get a reaction. Oh boy, I hope you can see what's happening. what's being created here? Look at this. Look at these awesome, cool bubbles. We are creating our own little lava lamp. Whoa, look how cool that looks. The bubbles are rising up to the top, and then they're popping and dropping, and it looks so awesome. And I can keep this going. The more AlkaSeltzer I add, the more I can keep this going. Let me get a few more pieces so we can watch this in action a little bit more. Dropping some more pieces in. Oh, and it's getting started again. That is so fun. Remember earlier how I said it would be neat to make it light up? I found this little lamp, this little light here, and I wonder if you can add it on the top. Oh, maybe like this. That might be cool. Add a little light onto the top. That would be a really neat night light in your bedroom, wouldn't it? Let's see, I'm going to go turn off the lights and see if you can see it better in my kitchen. Okay, I'm back. And I'm going to put a few more pieces of AlkaSeltzer in. And then I'm going to put our little light on top and see. You could do it with a flashlight, or if you have one of these little, it's not a real candle, it's just electric. And I'm going to put it on top. Ooh, that looks really neat. Very similar to the actual lava lamp, although I actually think ours looks even cooler. All right, I'm going to turn the lights back on and then talk to you a little bit about the science that actually was happening. So let's review the science in our super cool lava lamp. As we said before, the water and the oil do not mix, and the oil isn't going to change color here because the food coloring is only water soluble. It will only dissolve in the water, not in the oil. The AlkaSeltzer, I gotta do it one more time before we go, reacts with the water, and it makes those bubbles that we saw. Those are bubbles made out of carbon dioxide. And in fact, if a grown-up was using it to make their tummies feel better, those carbon dioxide bubbles are the ones that make you burp, and then you say, excuse me, and then it makes your belly feel a little bit better. So the AlkaSeltzer reacts with the water, and it makes those bubbles of carbon dioxide. And those little bubbles attach themselves to the blobs of colored water and bring those blobs for a ride up to the top of your container. And then eventually the bubbles will pop and they will fall back down to the bottom of the glass. But because you have the layers of the oil and the water, it's a really fun and beautiful journey as they make their way up, fighting through the water and through the oil, and then they pop and they go down. And you can keep it going just by adding more AlkaSeltzer. The more you add, the more carbon dioxide bubbles will form, and you'll get to watch your lava lamp in action. Now remember, carbon dioxide is not the kind of air that we breathe. We breathe in oxygen, and when we breathe out, carbon dioxide is the waste gas that we breathe out. However, the trees love it. That's their healthy gas. They breathe in our carbon dioxide, and you know what? They breathe out oxygen for us to enjoy. So we work as a team with the trees to make sure we each get the kind of air that is healthy for us to breathe. Okay, before I go, one last show. Few more pieces of AlkaSeltzer going in, carbon dioxide bubbles forming, attaching themselves to the blobs of colored water, traveling up through the oil, and making a beautiful, fun, gorgeous lava lamp before falling back down to the bottom of the glass after they pop. I hope you guys have fun making a lava lamp, and I'll see you next week for our what I believe is our last class. Would love to see everything you're working on. Feel free to text me at 917-626-4224 or send me an email, marcielevine-jacobs@gmail.com. I miss you all, and I hope everybody is well and happy and healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.